First thing I like to do is give folks an overview of our county road system and the types of work that we do. So people are surprised to hear that we operate and maintain over 620 miles of county roads. So it's a pretty large system. Of these, most of them are paved VST or asphalt roads, so chip seal or asphalt roads. We have just about 46 miles of gravel roads, so not very much. It's a big job. There are a lot of activities that we do. I brought Cindy Tickner and Al Eaton, who are our operations and maintenance manager and assistant manager. And the type of work that their folks are doing is culvert maintenance and repairs, so we've got to keep all the water going where it needs to go. Brushing and vegetation management for sight distance and just safety purposes. All of our pre-level patching, keeping our paved roads in good shape and grading our gravel roads. Erosion control, so we have a lot of water here, so we get a lot of washout type of activity. Tree maintenance, so you don't get trees falling across the roads. And this year, you saw a lot of snow and ice control, so that was an important part of what they did this year. So all these things are important, but they're not going to be, the focus of what I want to talk about today is what you're likely to encounter when you're out traveling our roads this summer, or things that you might have interest in. So the first activity, the first program that I want to hit on is one of our most visible and a really important safety program that we have. So we stripe most of our system annually. The safety benefits are huge. It's relatively inexpensive. We've previously worked with a contractor, and that cost about typically between $200,000 and $300,000 a year. This year, we're actually going to partner with Thurston County as our plan right now, via an intergovernmental agreement, and that'll provide us with some flexibility. They can come and go depending on when we need them, and also it'll save us about 50% of that cost. So, yeah, the striping program, what you'll see is an advanced truck that's in front of the striper, the striping truck, and it may just be doing one line or it may be doing both the center and edge stripes, so don't make assumptions about that when you're driving. And then a truck behind it. And it's relatively quick drying paint, a couple minutes and it's done. But please don't drive through it. There are all these little glass beads for reflection in there, and you'll unseat those. You might get paint on your car, and we usually have a deputy with the operation too. So please don't drive through it. Once they get to a safe place to stop, they'll get out of your way and off you'll be. If you do accidentally get paint on your car, though, get home, use some Dawn dish soap, and you'll be in good shape. So the next program that I want to talk about is our chip seal program. So we're doing about right around 40 miles a year. Not everybody loves the chip seal. So I like to use this opportunity to tell you why it's a great way to protect your investment in county roads. It's a common maintenance practice where we put down a thin film of oil, then put rock over it and seed it with rolling activity. It can last up to like 7 years, and it protects the roadway from getting water infiltrated into it, but there's no worse than a roadway than water. And also it provides good high friction surface for you to drive on. So as much as you may not love it, there are some great reasons for us to use it. It's also a relatively inexpensive maintenance practice that we use. So these are the locations. I know you can't see it great. I brought a bigger map if you're interested, because some people really like to try to avoid our chip seal areas. And I don't blame you. So here's a picture of the operation. And I know that you're dying to know how you can help us have a successful chip seal program this year. So let me share that with you. Please drive slowly if you're going through a new chip seal. Don't turn sharp, brake, spin your tires. Anything like that will unseat the rock, and it won't allow it to adhere appropriately. We usually broom within the following couple days after we apply a chip seal. So we've got things posted at 25 miles an hour during that time. So observe the 25 mile an hour speed limit. You won't damage your own vehicle or other people's vehicles. And typically there's a deputy around in the area too. So our annual construction program, if you're ever interested in what types of capital construction work we have going on in a year, you can go to our website. Our annual construction program is a document that we're required by law to produce that shows what our capital construction program looks like. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting document if you're ever interested. I include that picture here. I know you can't read it. Go online and have a look at it. But what I like to show from this document is how we use county road funds, the dollars that you pay in gas tax, as well as what you pay in property tax, how we leverage that against our grant funding. So what you'll see this year, I think it's in the little boxes down at the bottom, is that we're using about $3.4 million in county road funds to leverage about $3.7 million in grant funds. And that's going to change from year to year, but better than a one-for-one, a dollar-for-dollar sort of average. So again, this is all of our capital construction programs, so I'll run through some of those. Matlock Brady Road, this one's been on our program for a couple of years. It's between where we did intersection improvements at Schaefer Park Road and West Boundary Road. So that's a very heavily traveled route, lots of truck traffic. We do a lot of maintenance out there. This project will include 12-foot lanes and 5-foot paved shoulders, so it'll reduce our maintenance expense and just make it safer for everyone who travels there. So right now we're a little bit hung up in right-of-way acquisition, so we may or may not get to it this year, but we're trying to move forward with this project. It's primarily funded by the Rural Arterial Program, so that's a county road pot of money, and we've got about $975,000 in grant funding, and the total project cost is $1.4 million, so we're leveraging about $425,000. Cloquallum Road, if you travel Cloquallum Road and you know where Rock Creek Bridge is, this project will start just beyond Rock Creek Bridge and go out about 3/4 of a mile. And it'll help to soften a curve that's in that area. There are a lot of curves on Cloquallum Road, so this is just one. We're knocking them off the list. Again, 12-foot lanes, 5-foot paved shoulders. It'll make it safer and reduce our maintenance costs. This one's also funded by the Rural Arterial Program, so we're doing better than I think we've got about $650,000 in grant funds, and the project's about $900,000 total. So it's a good financial decision. I'm a little hung up again. Next one I'm going to talk about, it's not a great picture anyway, but is Bear Creek, Dewatto, and Arcadia roads. So we got some safety grant funding this year that will allow us to put in guardrail at locations where it's needed and also provide clear zone improvements. So you might be surprised to learn that a lot of our high severity accidents in Mason County are caused by people leaving the roadway and hitting a fixed object. So stump, tree, what have you. So this money targets where our high severity accidents are. So we're starting to identify those locations and do work to knock them off the list. So the nice thing about that program, the safety program, is that we only have to put up about 10% of the bill. So we're coming up with about $45,000 for a $450,000 project. So that's a nice, sorry. You just get to look at Cloquallum Road for a long time. Next one I was going to talk about was Simmons Road, but I think that John pretty much covered what's going on there. So Simmons Road is what we call the piece of frontage road that John referred to between Lynch Road and Old Olympic Highway. So if that road gets built, if that's what they decide the best fix for their safety problem at Lynch Road is, then the county would be the ones to provide the improvements there. But we're holding off and waiting to see what they come up with from their current work to look at if that is the right fix for the problem. I was going to talk briefly about some sidewalk work we're doing in Belfair. So the state has their sidewalk work along SR3. We're building a piece of sidewalk on Clifton Lane, so it'll connect the Taco Bell, the new Taco Bell, to Bill Henner Park. So an important connection. You get off the bus and you want some tacos, right? We're going to be connecting that. It is an important connection because there are a lot of folks who use Bill Henner Park for bus connection and etc. And it'll take them out to SR3. That project is funded by some federal funding, so we're going to get about 86.5% of the money back from that. I think it was about a $90,000 project. And that actually, we've already advertised and bid. We have a contractor on board. We're waiting for a good point in the washed-out work when we won't get in each other's way. So it'll happen this summer, just not exactly sure right when. Old Belfair Highway sidewalk, so we're working also on design for the sidewalk that goes from the main intersection there in Belfair, the SR 300, Clifton, Old Belfair Highway. It'll extend from there out Old Belfair Highway to the hub, the new senior center. So another really important connection for people in Belfair area. And we applied for some federal funding for that, but we will not find out till this summer if we received it. But we've got design just about to wrap up there. So I think that one of the, well, I have a couple more projects. So our overlay project this year, we do somewhere between 4 and 7 miles usually annually of overlay. So this year we actually have some holdover from last year, so we're going to be doing a piece of Mason-Benson Road. You may have heard about that last year. We didn't get done with it. So Mason-Benson between SR3 and Mason Lake Road is about 2.5 miles. And that's actually going to kick off here in the next couple weeks. So if you travel that area, be on the lookout. We're going to be out there paving. Then we also have a piece of road on Arcadia between SR3 and Lynch Road, 7 miles, identified as part of this year's program. So we'll be doing that overlay work. That'll happen later on, probably early mid-summer time. So planning projects that were shown on our annual construction program. We've got an Allen access circulation and right-of-way study and a Belfair connector study going on right now. So you heard John talking about the Belfair bypass. We're working on a study with a consultant to identify traffic patterns throughout Belfair and also to identify some good locations for connectors to that. So that is one. The other one is our Allen access circulation right-of-way study. So in Allen, we want to try to identify those corridors that people are going to want to see development on or that are going to be useful for getting around in the future. So it's a study just to look at that. Really important to our commissioners, I think, from an economic development standpoint. So, I had a great picture of Trails Road. Can we try to get to my picture? It's a dandy. So Trails Road is in the long. Somebody else gave me this picture. I can't take credit, but I don't know who I didn't give credit for.
That is a damn.
So it moves a little bit periodically. Whenever we start to see some movement, we close it down, we keep an eye on it, we repair it. We know it's a really important connection for people in the community, so we try to get it open as soon as we can. So we hired a geotechnical engineering firm. They went out and put in some monitoring infrastructure because they want to have a look at how it's moving so that we can plan a repair. One of the repair ideas is a lightweight fill. So right now there's a lot of heavy material weighing that road down. If we could put a lightweight fill in there, it may not move as much. Wouldn't you know it though, as soon as we got all the monitoring equipment in, it hasn't moved. So not through an earthquake, not through a horrible winter. So we're just continuing to monitor that. Our other idea for Trails Road is that we're looking at some alternate routes. Like this road may not last forever. This may not be our ultimate final fix for that transportation connection. So we're looking at alternate routes. We've budgeted for some preliminary engineering this year to look at alternates. And so we will be getting started with that shortly. I'm going to celebrate a success here. So this is a project that we completed in 2016 out on Cloquallum Valley Road, our Hunter Creek Bridge project. So this was it was a one-lane bridge. We basically put in signals on either end. Only one direction of traffic could go at a time. It had been that way since I believe 2007 after the storm event. So we got funding. We worked through design process. Quig Brothers out of Aberdeen built it for us. We just finished up last year. The good news about this is that it means that we're out of the structurally deficient bridge game right now. So all of our bridges are in good enough condition to not be called structurally deficient now. So that's good news. So I always like to end with just a little bit of fun and also a little bit of seriousness. So the global construction labor and truck driver are annually on the Bureau of Labor and Statistics most 10 dangerous jobs. So these are people that are your family, your friends. I know that I love all of them. So I would ask that you would use caution whenever you're traveling through our work zones this summer. Keep an eye out for people, do what you're asked. Take an extra moment if that's what you need to do, and give them a break.